This is the second time I've done the video. I don't know what happened to the other one, it sort of deleted itself. But the past few days I have been suffering from a lot of psychotic symptoms and illusions and all that sort of thing. First started off when I was doing work in school. I have a room aside, so my school is so good, I'm not joking. And that fix my hair, sorry. And they're brilliant. So I was sitting in the room, I was doing work, whatever, and I started to see cracks on the table, and it really freaked me out. I was like, how can cracks get on the table? It's not an old table. I'm in a room by myself, so I go to a religious school. It's called Cross and Passion College. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention that, but no one's gonna get in trouble over that. And so I was sitting in that room and cracks started appearing on the table. And I was doing my work and I was like, that's strange, how can cracks appear on the table? So I just attempted to brush it aside, though I could still see these cracks happening on the table and do my work. Next thing was, cracks appeared on the wall. I could see the cracks, they were about that thick. I'm not joking, I don't know if it's different in the camera from what I'm saying, but it is. Imagine the size of my hands. My son is quite small, so it was about that thick. And I could see it shooting past up the windows as well, and the windows weren't getting smashed, so that's how I know it was sort of in my mind. But then something weird happened with my hands, where from my fingertips all the way down to my wrist were these big blue veins that looked like something was moving inside them. I swear it freaked me out. I literally ran, and when I ran, each step I took there was cracks on the floor. So I ran to the nurse and I was banging on the door, no one was there. So I ran back up to the room and I put my head down like this and my hand covered my ears. And didn't help, of course. I started to hear voices, bad voices, saying I was evil, saying that I should go kill myself to save people, that the world would be better off without me, and that children, aborted babies, will be saved because of me dying. My family would never be ill, never be sick, and my two wee sisters suffer from asthma, and I get blamed for it, not from my family or anything like that, but these voices blame me. Other things, illnesses in the family, my fault, they blame me. Simple little things that I do, like say I didn't do my hair right one day and forgot to like straighten it or something, that makes me bad. Which you wouldn't think if it was like religiously, looks don't matter. So I was like, other things, I have scars on my arms and they're all straight, and they started shouting at me saying, I could hear the voices shouting at my ear, they should be like upside down crosses, which mean something satanic. I think it's Antichrist or something like that, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Jeepers, no. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I actually said it out loud. I said to them, no, I am not doing that. And they continued to argue with me. I went home and I was all by myself. And I cried because I didn't know what to do. I had Mr. X with me as well, and he was mocking me and saying I was bad and that there sort of thing. And they all were they were every way to kill yourself. They were telling me to do it, and I was rocking back and forth in the ball. My mum came home early. She seen me like this, and she instantly phoned my social worker. And my social worker I see every week. Well, I see her assistant every week. It's like her assistant is a student social worker, so student assistant sort of thing. So every week I would go and see her. And I've been fine for weeks, absolutely fine. I have new medication, I said this in a previous video. It's been working fine. I have no idea where this came out of. So I'm just saying it could be something else. Demonic or something. I don't want it to be, but it could be. And I haven't even said the thing about my wrist, which was pure creepy, and I've never had this before. But I was doing my work, like hands freaked me out with all these blue veins that looked like worms were moving inside them. And then I felt a sharp pain in my wrist. And I never felt this sharp pain before. Like if I had an illusion and I seen a cut, it would fade, or a bruise, or something like that. But this pain, this feeling, I could feel it on my wrist. A sharp pain on my wrist. It's like someone slit my wrist. So I looked down, and I have a scar previously from slitting my wrist. So I seen that, and on top of it was a newly fresh cut. Like, how do you describe it? It was a slash at my wrist, and it was bleeding heavily. And I was rubbing it with my, sorry I moved the camera too much. I was rubbing it like that with my other hand, and there was no blood on my hand. I was deeply in rubbing it. There was no blood on my hand whatsoever. And then I held it and then looked down, and there was nothing there. So yes, I may have psychotic symptoms, but that goes way out of it. I have never heard of any. I've researched psychotic symptoms before, and never have I heard someone go through that. Never. So I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't. I have still Mr. X. I know he's a psychotic symptom. But the other thing is, I couldn't sleep that night. That night, the visions, noises, the veins, the walls cracking started. I could not sleep. Everything was just happening, and I couldn't sleep. I just put the light on and make sure I could see everything in my room. As soon as I turned the light off, because I thought I could sleep, this was around about 1:30, I turned the light off because I wanted to go to school the next day. So I turned the light off, and I started seeing shadows moving in my room. And yes, it could have been me just scared shitless, imagining things, or my psychotic symptoms develop another symptom, or I could be experiencing things like haunting, or my house is in trouble. I don't know. I have the past of playing with the Ouija boards. I never listened to the advice I was given. I just played one with them, and some scary stuff happened. But I think that's what it's affected me mentally, as well as all the other crap I had to deal with in my past. So I hope to God this is nothing like something in my house, because it gives me chills at the moment thinking that there is. But it's all things towards me, nothing towards my family. Occasionally I look up there. You see? No. I was trying to show you, there's like a door up in my room, and it's sealed. Plus it's like a window door. Top of it is a brick to stop it from blowing in the wind and things like that. But when it does blow in the wind, it flaps from the top, flaps this side and goes down. The other night I was in bed and it started moving side to side, and I was like, pigeons are back. So I just fell asleep, and I was like, when I woke up a few times hearing this moving back and forward, turned on my light and seen it moving back and forward, and I was like, pigeons can't move a brick that fast. Like, it was going do 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 do. And I was like, pigeons can't do that. I thought it was rats then. And I was like, rats can't do that. It was so strange. It didn't freak me out as much as the rest thing, but it freaked me out a bit. And I just turned the light off and went to sleep. Other things that are strange that could mean this is just my psychotic symptoms is I love to know things. I want precise, detailed information. I want to know what type of bacteria there is out there, how much diseases they cause, how much chance of all my sisters getting it, how much chance does my rabbit have a bacteria. And that's not really like me. I don't care usually, but when I'm in this sort of psychotic state of seeing things, that's when I want to know stuff. Because I think part of me is terrified that these voices are going to kill me and they're going to hurt my family, and I don't know how that's going to happen, so I want to know details of things. And even though times they've said how they were going to kill me, and the other night they said that it was going to be my last night alive. So I didn't make any preparations or anything like that, like write notes or anything like that. I've already notes in my diary, and if I find them, they'll read them. But I've been put on another medication to not make me so scared, because I was that scared that night I couldn't go to sleep, and I seen shadows, I seen the walls crack, I seen my veiny hands going blue and looked like worms were going through my veins, and hearing voices that said they were going to smother me with my pillow, Mr. X sitting in my bed mocking me. It got too much. I should have went and got my mum, but I couldn't move. It was like I was frozen in that state. I was terrified, my heart was beating, I had pins and needles up and down my arm, my head was throbbing. Yes! Yes, be down a second. Medication call. And so that's what's been happening to me. So doctors may say, they said this to me, oh, you got a new medication, there's very likely chance nothing's going to happen. Don't believe them all the time. I don't care if they're your best friend, just don't believe them all the time. Because this medication was going to be it for me. They said it to me, they said this will stop you from hallucinating. And it hasn't. So I'm really annoyed at that. Yeah, I'm annoyed. Right, I gotta go.